Hello BookTube, welcome back to Tag Tuesday, and I've got another fun tag for you. This is the BookTube Numbers Tag. This was created by Jim at Jim's Books Reading and Stuff, and this is an old tag he created that he's bringing back to life a couple years later, and I thought this is so fun. It's all about like numbers and all that, so I thought I'd give it a try. So here it is. Question number one. What was your first BookTube video? Mine was the BookTube newbie tag. I think like the majority of people, it is. I can't watch it to save my life, but because it will be so cringy. But yeah, that was my first. So there it is. Number two, how many books are you currently reading? Currently I'm in the middle of nothing really. I'm not much of a. I normally do books in one sitting pretty much. It's, the best way to read in my opinion because it's just convenient. But in terms of what I'm picking up today, after I film this, it's new releases really. The Shippers by Kathleen Center, that came out today, so I've got that ready as audio to do at work. And then, of course, Fever Dream by Elsie Silver was released today as well. And I've only read two of her books. I've read Wild Love and Wild Eyes, and I didn't like them, but I want to keep on going with Elise because there's something I'll like, and I'll check out, her backlog and all that too. But those are pretty much the main stuff I'm doing right now, but I'll get to after filming this. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm currently going to read today. Number three. What were the top three books that you read last year? And I read a lot last year, but in terms of three favorites I still think about is Robert Alter's new word translation, of the New Testament, Old Testament, sorry, not New Testament, Old Testament. Incredible notes. Oh my, I could keep on going, but it's just such an incredible translation of the Old Testament. Then the Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. I reread recently The Night We Met, just because I thought I need to give it another go. Absolutely loved it. She redeemed herself after Say You'll Remember Me, which I didn't like that much. But reading the Part of Your World series, I just absolutely fell in love with. And also Secrets of the Killing State too by Karenina, I don't, that's not how you say it. Barrett Lane, which is about the lethal injection when it comes to capital punishment in America and its history, and it was just incredibly interesting. So next question, number four. How many books did you read last year? I read 252, so that's a bit of a number there. Number five. How many books have you rated 5 stars this year? Currently, there's 30, but of those 30, only 12 of them are like new reads. So, because I've been doing a lot of rereading again, Hay Time's been taking a lot of my 5 stars, but also reading Shakespeare as well, and also like Cervantes and all that. But yeah, so technically 12 when it comes to like new reads, but 30 altogether. Next, do you have any reading targets this year? Are you on track? I don't have reading goals. So I don't have any. Next one. How many pages long is the book you're currently reading now? Again, I'm going to do some new releases today. The Shippers by Kathleen Center is 336 pages. Fever Dream by Elsie Silver is 461. And then Mansfield Park, which I want to do for Mum Needs to Read Romance, her big year-long Jane Austen reading event. I need to do that this weekend, and that's going to be a blast because I'm a defender of Mansfield Park. I love that book so much. But Mansfield Park, in my big bind-up of Austen's novels, is 260 pages. So that's currently what the page counts look like. Next question. How long are your videos? Normally 5 to 13, 14 minutes, really. I try to keep them at least over 5 minutes, but sometimes if you're doing poetry real louds or something like that, it can be a bit shorter. Then, do you have a favorite number? No, I don't. I don't really believe in stuff like that. And then the last question, do you have a book on your shelf with a number in the title or on the cover? And I picked out 4 here. And most of them are classics, really. I didn't go through barraging through my contemporary books or non-fiction, but 4 revenge tragedies. This is like an Oxford World Classics bind-up of revenge tragedies from the Elizabethan era. Think of like A Woman Killed with Kindness, and I can't remember some of the Spanish tragedy and all that stuff. Then I've got a bind-up of Thomas Middleton, probably one of my favorite Elizabethan or Jacobean playwrights from that time period. I think it gets kind of lost behind in the shadow of Shakespeare, of course, and Middleton. But Middleton's Marlowe. I was meant to say Marlowe, but Middleton's really great as well. I've got a collection of 5 of his plays. And then I've got 3 comedies by Ben Jonson, who was another playwright from that time. Not as funny, but I still have them. And then I have the essay Free Guinness by Virginia Woolf, which is legendary and iconic, and you should read it. And the last thing is to tag some other people. I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you like numbers, this is the tag for you, and feel free to do it. But yeah, let me know what you think about my responses to these questions. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.